And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Major League Baseball on tap. The Atlanta Braves going up against the Colorado Rockies. First pitch coming your way next. All right, just about set to go. And on the hill in this one, Chase Stolander. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today. But when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you need it, a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Here's a 1-1. That hit him.
That got him.
And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. Here comes Austin Riley. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
0-2.
And that one lifted in the air, center field. Doyle under it. And there's one down. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. Someone who makes things happen for them, in part with his legs, Eli White.
And Boog, he's slugging over 550 this year. We're talking total bases via home runs, doubles, triples at times. He's shown some big-time power this year, so I'm going to be looking for him to make an impact with the bat in this one, no doubt about it.
Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Ball 1, no strikes.
And it's even up to Ozuna.
That's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
The 1-1. That clips the inside corner for a strike. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Next pitch is outside. Swing and a high fly ball, deep left field. Beck going back. On the warning track and holds it in.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. Check swing called strike. Strike one. Verdugo off of first with 2 away. Off the mark there. And now it's even 1-1.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
2 outs. Down the corner for a strike. And the count 1-2. This one popped up. And that is that. One left for Atlanta. The Rockies coming up. We've got no score. Major League Baseball is on the show. back here at Coors Field. And on the mound in this one, Chris Sale.
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
Brenton Doyle, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
And a 1-1. Inside, just missed. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it, it's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
That one out to right. White sizing this one up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. One up, one down. Okay, let's check out the lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for him. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out. Mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit, and then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
In the air, right side, White. Drops into the glove, and there's two down. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
That one pushed to the left and foul. Swings and misses. 0-2.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Rockies are down quietly. Scoreless after 1. New inning getting started. Now in for the Braves, Ozzie Albies.
Albies is playing on the road, so that means he's been FaceTiming with his pet fish. This guy owns a few home aquariums, and it's no secret he likes talking to his fish when he's away. In fact, Albies had cameras installed so he can check on the fish anytime he wants.
So here's Murphy now. Murphy in his 6th season, batting 6th in today's lineup. And he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2016. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. This one in the air, right field. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And now the center fielder, Michael Harris II. Runner takes off, and a foul ball. Way inside, gets out of the way.
Well, you've got to establish the inside part of the plate early, and that sends a message not just to this hitter, but to the rest of the lineup as well.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
And that one is lifted in the air. Moniak sizes this one up. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Here's a speed threat, Eli White. Check swing, and he held up. Second inning here, no score. That one close, ruled a ball. And that's ball 2. Just missed. Two outs. That's a strike. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Take your base.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Nick Allen next up for the Braves. Late with the swing there.
0-1's the count.
First and second, 2 down. Here at the top of the second. Line drive, that's a base hit. Murphy around third. Here comes the throw. It's offline, and he scores. And it's 1-0.
Big RBI for him right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Here's Alex Verdugo. He's been a great free agent sign.
1-0.
In the dirt, but kept close. In there safely.
Gonna have to buckle down and make a pitch or two to get out of this little jam he's worked himself into after the 2-out hit, then that wild pitch. Good time to step off, take a deep breath.
The next offering misses, and it's 2-0. That one missed.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Austin Riley next to bat for the Braves. White at third. Allen on at second with 2 down. Yeah, there's the strike. Next offering in there for a strike. And now it's 3-2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. And that's the 3rd out. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 1-0. Back after this on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's the Rockies cleanup hitter, Hunter Goodman. Sale back to work. And that one upstairs. And that one fouled off. And that's down and away.
1 strike.
Next offering is in for a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Almost got him.
Count.
outside, and that is ball 4. And that's their first base runner of the game.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Late swing, fouled off. Just off the inside edge. James Kingsley, our plate umpire, consistent, as you mentioned, and maybe a little generous on the edges. And a count 1-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And Sale deals. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
First and second, no outs. Mickey Moniak digging in for the Rockies. And he pumps it a strike. Pitch misses. 1-1. In the air, left field, down the line, and that drops foul. Ripped to first, caught, dives for the bag, got him. Double play. Jacob Stallings now. First offering, and it just misses.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. And there's a ball. Upstairs. Alan Trejo in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Clips the corner. 3-2 now.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Next to hit for the Rockies, Alan Trejo.
One ball, 2 strikes.
A changeup missing. 2-2. The other way, makes the grab, and that's the inning. 2 left for Colorado. Still behind by a count of 1-0. On to the 3rd inning. Now the number 2 hitter, Austin Riley.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Hammers that one deep left field, and forget it. He circles the bases. His 7th home run of the season, and they tack one on the board. It's 2-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back there. Off the rocks and out of here. A home run. That'll fire up the dugout. And they add a run. It's 3-0.
Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Matt Olson up to the plate. 0 for 1 so far. That one outside. Ball 1.
You know, these Braves doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Next offering is fouled back. Here's the pitch to Olson. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. A pair of runs across in the inning. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. This one smoked on its way out of here. He flexes his power with that swing. Home run number 5 on the season. It's 4-0.
Back-to-back home runs, and these guys look so dominant right now. Pitcher might want to check and see if he's tipping his pitches or not, but I tell you what, if this was basketball, that opposing team would call a timeout to try to slow down this offense.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Fly to left his first time. Ball 1 there. The pitch. So 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Next offering upstairs. And that's ball 4.
That's a ball. Take your base.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Here's Sean Murphy. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Close one, doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0. The Rockies have some action in the pen. Seth Halverson up and loosening in the pen. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Boog, it looked like that curveball backed up on him, and although it's a mistake, it works out really good for the pitcher. The hitter's timed it up, expects it to be to a certain spot, and it just doesn't get there.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss.
They just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Not close with that one, and the count is even 2-2. Albies gets his lead at first with nobody out. Way high. And ball 4, 2 aboard. Here's Bud Black towards the mound, and we're going to see a pitching change here. Chase Stolander gives way, and the home run really bit him today as he exits on the hook for the loss. New arm coming on after the break. So the Rockies turn the ball over to a new arm, Seth Halverson. He last pitched 2 days ago. Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. Flied to right his first time. Cut on and lifted in the air. Moniak settles underneath it. He's there. He's got it. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with one away.
Now batting, right fielder, Eli White.
And now here is Eli White. And that's off the outside edge. 1-0.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone. At worst case scenario, you deliver the sacrifice fly.
That one misses. Ball 2.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That one missed. Now 3-0.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
And that'll load the bases.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
And next for Atlanta, Nick Allen. RBI single his last time up. First pitch misses.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Bases loaded. One away. Pitch misses there. And now 2-0.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
And another ball.
Boog, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
And there's the automatic.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
That one misses, and that'll bring home a run.
He's really gotten himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the walk. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
Alex Verdugo next up for the Braves. 0 for 2 in this one. And that's in for a strike.
There was a high-velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. 1 out, bases full. That's down and in. A slider missed.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Amador. 1 at second, and that's 2. So 9 batters come to the plate, 4 of them score. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Braves 5 and the Rockies nothing. And we're back, set for the bottom of the 3rd. So in now for Colorado, Adael Amador. Swing and a chopper out to short. Throw on to Olsen. Out on a bang-bang play, but he made it close. So the batting order turns over. Here's the Rockies leadoff hitter, Brenton Doyle. He's 0 for 1. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. 1 out, bases empty. Outside with a breaking ball. That one off the mark. 2 balls and a strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
3-2 now. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
And down on strikes he goes, and there's 2 down.
Oh, man, just locked him up with that slider, even though it caught a lot of the zone. And I think that tells you all you need to know about what he was looking for in the box, and it clearly was not that pitch.
Back in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. That's a little bit low. That's a strike, and it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike. That's ball 3.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 3 up, 3 down. Inning over. Nothing doing for the Rockies. It's 5-0. On to the 4th. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Austin Riley. Riley was a kid in high school that was scouted by most teams as a pitcher. In fact, 95% of the teams wanted him as a pitcher. And I actually asked him, were you interested in being drafted as a pitcher? And he told me directly, no, I hated it. My arm hurt all the time. And now 2 balls and a strike. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. A dive, and he can't haul it in. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Marcell Ozuna. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
And that one fouled off.
Let's go, Rockies!
The 1-1 is fouled off. Man at second. And that's way high. And it's 2-2.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Just misses with that one.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
No outs. Runner on second. Fights it off. He'll see another. Here's the pitch to Ozuna. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
First strikeout for him in this one. That splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
Olsen in the box for the 3rd time today as he takes that one off the plate. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game. And they tack on to their lead. It's 7-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
So 1 out, nobody on. Ozzie Albies next up for the Braves. That one at triple digits.
0-1's the count.
And that's a little bit high. And that is ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. Still only one out here in the inning. Ouch, that one drilled him. On the run, sends it over to first, and very nicely done for the out. Definitely some concern here. That ball came back and got him right on the pitching arm, as you can see him trying to shake it off.
And if nothing else, you worry about him getting some dead arm and losing some feeling. But from what I can tell, I think they're going to let him continue, and that's a really good sign.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Sean Murphy. Ball one, no strikes.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
That's ball 2.
2 outs, base is empty. There's a strike. Swing and a miss, blew it by him at 99. Swing and a miss at the splitter, and it's a strikeout. Braves pick up 2 on the long ball. It's now 7-0. Back here in Denver, bottom of the inning. Here's the third baseman, Ryan McMahon.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
And a foul ball. Sale ready. That misses. Going to count 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Here's a 1-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
In the air, left field, down the line. Fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a 2-bagger.
Just a bloop hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Here's Michael Tolia. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. Third home run of the season, and they cut into the deficit. It's 7-2.
First pitch swinging, and he got the fastball. He knew exactly what to do with it, too. Elevated fastballs, especially away, are like putting the ball on a tee. Hitters do a lot of cage work. They're comfortable hitting off the tees, but he was comfortable right there hitting that ball opposite field for a home run.
1 out, base is empty. And now the right fielder, Mickey Moniak. And takes low for ball 1. Sale delivers, and that misses. Now 2-0. 2 runs across in the inning. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch is in there, and it's 2-1.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Fouls one off. 2-2. One down, base is empty. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. That one to first. Steps on first for the out.
Now batting, catcher,
Jacob Stallings will hit next. First pitch, not close. Popped up. Riley brings it in, and that is that. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 7-2 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. We go to the top of the 5th, and here is Michael Harris II. Halverson back to work. Just off the inside edge.
You know, these Braves, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Beck sizing this one up, brings it in. And there's one away.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Now in for the Braves, Eli White. Cracks his bat and pops him up. Tolia. And he handles it himself for the out.
Now batting, shortstop, Nick Allen.
Nick Allen. Next up for the Braves. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
Right through there for a strike.
I got a ball, 1 strike. Come on, Rockies.
2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Strikes him out with 101. And the Braves go down quietly, but they're still on top 7-2. Back here at Coors Field. Now it's the shortstop, Alan Trejo. Trejo, in his 3rd season, 28 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. There's a strike. And it's fouled away. Ground ball, left side. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Gets it there in time, though, and they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play.
Just a great effort all the way around at third base right there. Nice job to get a glove on it with the dive, but it was the recovery that was so impressive. If he doesn't hop to his feet and get the throw off in such a fluid motion over there, I kind of doubt he gets the out.
El Amador now at the plate. On the ground right side, Albies gets it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, center fielder, Brenton Doyle.
So digging in, Brenton Doyle. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about. No, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 2.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Got him swinging. He chased the changeup. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies. They're down 5. It's 7-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the top of the 6th. And now the DH, Alex Verdugo. 101 on the gun, swing and a miss.
0-1's the
He
count.
can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
And now it's even up. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Angel Chevy getting ready to come on for Bud Black. Number 55 getting cranked up as well. To the right side. Sends it to Tolia. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Austin Riley.
Austin Riley at the plate. He's already homered here in this one.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely. Try to hit the ball out of the park. Do what he loves to do.
Come on, Rockies.
Fastball for a strike.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you get a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Beck sizes this one up. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. Two down, base is empty. Next to hit, Marcell Ozuna. He's already homered in this game. And misses inside. Line drive, and it stays fair. Around first and hustling for second. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
Having a really nice game here. That's his second extra base hit. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
And now Matt Olson up to hit. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit. And he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish.
Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. Runner at second, 2 down, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Foul ball. On the ground. And that's a fair ball. Coming home. He will score. It's a double. 3rd hit of the night for him.
He was all over that one. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Seth Halverson departs, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. New pitcher in the game for the Rockies, Angel Chevy.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. That one fouled off. Olsen at second with 2 down. And he grounds one to the right side. And foul ball. A little bit low. Now 1-2.
Tough to take a 2-strike changeup that just missed. I think it froze him.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Struck him out looking. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 2-3-4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Braves 8 and the Rockies 2. And we're back. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the left fielder, Jordan Beck.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Ball 2.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
2-2 the count.
Out to short. In plenty of time to first. One away, bottom of the 6th.
Now batting, 3rd baseman, Ryan McMahon.
Here's Ryan McMahon now, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Inside corner for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Next offering in there for a strike. Now he's in a 1-2 hole. On the ground, right side. Albies tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Hunter
2 outs, base is empty. Hunter Goodman, the next to hit. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. That's in there. And the count is 0-2.
Not sure if he could be in more of a groove. Looks really relaxed. He's retired 7 straight. This guy's feeling it right now.
The Braves up big in this one here in the bottom of the 6th. And delivers outside.
2 strikes.
That misses the zone. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that extends the inning.
Up next for the Rockies.
Michael Toglia digging in for the Rockies. Toglia really thriving with the bat this season here at home. And there's a foul ball. Two outs. Hard hit right side. Albies over to first in time. That is the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 7th inning coming up. It's the Braves 8 and the Rockies 2. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
All right, Singy, when you played, how much of a fashionista were you? Would you come to the ballpark dressed to the nines?
No, I wouldn't. Even on the road trips, I was, pretty average. There were some guys that would dial it up, and there'd be some outfits where you're kind of double taking and saying, where in the world are you going? But overall, I'd say I kept it low key.
So up next, Michael Harris II. 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts. Yeah, you see some guys into the fashion nowadays and big on the gram, as the kids like to say. Post their fits, right? That's what you say?
Is that what it is?
It's a fit. Your fit, your outfit, your fit.
Got a little drip around the neck, too?
Yeah, believe it. Scale of 1 to 10, how old do we sound right now?
Really old, like close to Social Security benefits.
Yeah.
2 balls, 1 strike.
1 down, base is empty.
Aye.
That one misses, and it's a full count. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Towards first, Toglia takes it himself, and 2 away to start the 7th.
Now batting, right fielder, Eli White.
And next for Atlanta, Eli White. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
That's to third. McMahon handles, throws to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Braves go down quickly here. They lead at 8-2. Set for the last half of the 7th. So in now for Colorado, Mickey Moniak. First offering, and it just misses. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Angel De Los Santos preparing to come on if needed. Lee also getting ready. Next offering is in for a strike.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
Just missed. Strike 2.
2-2 the count.
And they'll do it again. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Full count.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Now a great back and forth, and that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Bogey found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it. If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
That one's in there, and it's 0-2.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Ground ball could be 2. 1 at second. Back to first, and that is a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
2 down, bases empty. And now the shortstop, Alan Trejo. The shortstop takes the ball. And there's a strike.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
That one
Nope,
missed.
that's a ball.
Foul ball there. That one the other way, and it goes just foul. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. This one pretty well decided at this point. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Braves 8 and the Rockies 2. Back here in Denver, stepping in, Nick Allen. Chevy, 22 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Chevy back to work. And first offering is fouled off. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. To third. And that one finds its way through. And a good start to the inning. So here's the Braves designated hitter, Alex Verdugo. 0 for 3 in this one. First pitch, and he just misses. Allen on at first, nobody out. Ground ball left side could be 2. Off balance feet, there's 1. Now to first, and it's a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
So here's Riley now. Fly ball to right. Moniak. He makes the grab, and that'll do it. A new arm into the game, the righty, Angel De Los Santos.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Adael Amador digging in for the Rockies. He's grounded out a couple of times. Fouled off left side. That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Pitch misses, and a count 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Outside with a breaking ball. Liner, base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Everything came together for him. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Now, Brenton Doyle. And first offering is fouled off. Nobody out. Runner at first. That one misses, and the count is 1-1. Movement in the bullpen. Rafael Montero, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Ball to strike.
Ball 2.
Hit on the ground, might be 2. Over to Albies. How about that double play?
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the left fielder, Jordan Beck. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. That clips the zone, and it's 0-1. Just missed. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a foul out of play. Two down, nobody on. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. That's down and in. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Rockies are down quietly, and it's still 8-2. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, number 55. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. So digging in, Marcell Ozuna.
Marcell Ozuna.
And a first offering, a fastball for a strike.
0-1.
Dives and he can't hang on. The throw is still in time, and they get it out of the play.
Great job by the second baseman right there. Quick reaction to dive, knock that ball down, and big leaguers just don't panic, not the good ones. He gets up, makes the play, really good throw over to first base. That's the kind of composure that you want to see from a guy in that position.
Here's Matt Olson down. First pitch just misses. Next offering is fouled back. One down, base is empty. Fought off foul. And the 1-2 misses to even the count.
Two.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. And he's gone yard again. That's his third home run of the game. And they add to the lead. It's 9-2. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. A 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Nasty pitch right there. That's strike one. One out, base is empty, and a run in here at the top of the ninth. That one ripped, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for two. And he's in with a stand-up double.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
So a man aboard. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Sean Murphy. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, center fielder Michael Harris II.
Michael Harris II getting ready to hit. 0 for 4. He's flied out 3 times and also grounded out. That's in there. 0-1.
Felt impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at bat expands.
Man on second, 2 down.
I got a ball, one strike.
Squirts away a little bit. On the inside corner for a strike. Runner at
One
second,
ball,
2 down.
2 strikes.
Just
Up there.
missed. That one misses. And a full count now. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Inning over, and it could have been worse. Braves get one on the big fly, and it's now a 9-2 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here at Coors Field, and the batter now, Ryan McMahon.
Ryan McMahon.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
That's a ball.
Outside with a breaking ball. Misses outside, and that's ball 3.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Fastball for a strike.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Hunter Goodman digging in for the Rockies. There's the strike. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. And the count 1-2. Swings and misses. And they're down to their last out.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Michael Tolia digging in for the Rockies. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
So 2 down. Mickey Moniak digs in now. And there's a strike. Tolia off of first with 2 away. De Los Santos is just 1 strike away. steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
Offensive explosion today for these players. They gave up a few runs, but they had more than enough firepower to turn this one into a blowout.
This one ends the final 9-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.